In this video, we're going to be learning how to take a triangle and rotate it around some center of rotation, a certain number of degrees. So I have my pre-image triangle ABC, and I'm going to be rotating it around point D. Let's say that we want to rotate 120 degrees about or around point D. We're rotating 120 degrees about point D. Now, when I rotate 120 degrees, that means it's a positive rotation because I didn't tell you explicitly that it was negative. And if it's a positive rotation, that means that we would be rotating counterclockwise. It's the opposite direction that a clock goes. If I saw a clock, it would go clockwise. But we're going counterclockwise. This is counterclockwise because it's a positive rotation. The first step that we take is using our favorite tool in this class, which I just learned today is actually going to become even more useful for us. We are going to use our compass, straight edge, and also protractor to do this whole thing. First thing I do is I draw a line from C to D, and actually it's not just going to be the line segment C to D, I'm going to draw a little bit past line D. So something like that. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the new protractor part of our compass. We'll get to see the letters on there later, the numbers on there later. Well, I'm going counterclockwise, so I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to line it up so that I can see the degrees when it's going counterclockwise. I can't go that way because that would be going clockwise. I want it to go this way. Well, let me turn it upside down so that these numbers are visible to you. I'll turn it upside down here. I will put my protractor compass straight edge down, and let's zoom in until we can see those numbers on there. Perfect. All right. Now, what I do is I center my protractor on my center of rotation. So it's going to be that same thing that we did before. My center of rotation was D, so I'm going to center this on point D. Next, I'm going to line it up so that it's going straight along with this line that I drew. You can see that it's going straight along that line. Let me just center it on D and make sure it's going right over there. We said we were going to rotate it 120 degrees, and it's going counterclockwise. So counterclockwise is going this way, so I'm going to start over here and go counterclockwise. If I wanted to go clockwise, I'd start here and go clockwise. But anyways, I've got 120 degrees right here going counterclockwise, so I'm just going to mark off a little dot where it hits 120 degrees. Next, let me zoom out again and make my triangle go upright again. All I do is I go from point D and I draw a ray from my point D to that little notch that we put in at 120 degrees. So, just like this. Finally, I do my favorite thing that I can do with this compass, and I draw a circle with centers D, radius D to C. So, center D, I'll put this over here, radius D to C. I'll line it up over this way, and let's keep drawing in blue, which means I'll use this other black pen to hold down the center, line it up with C, and let's do our best to draw that circle. And let's go. All right, you just need to go until you're intersecting with your ray. I didn't draw my ray long enough, but that's okay. I can just keep it going right over here. Now, where my circle that has that same distance from C to D intersects with the ray that I made at 120 degrees, that's going to be where I'm rotating C prime to. All right, now all we need to do is that same set of steps for point A and point B. I'm going to go kind of quick on this one, so bear with me. All right, I need to draw a straight line from A to D, which I'll do right now, and a little past D as well. So I'll do that. All right, next, I'm going to flip it over. Using a line from A to D, I'll put a center on D, line it up so it's going, these little flaps are going straight along with that center there. I'm going to find 120 degrees, which is right here. Pull a little notch over that way, and then draw a ray going out from D, following that notch at 120 degrees. Don't forget this was from point A. And I'll draw that line out. It's going to be pretty long, like that. That's my second ray. Okay, now I just draw that circle with center D, radius D to A. I think we need to zoom out even a little bit further. All right, so center D, radius D to A. So I'm going to line up my compass so that it works just perfectly. D to A. There we go. I'll use 2 pens, one to put into D, one to put onto A, and let's draw that circle. All right, I've drawn my second circle, and again, where it intersects the ray that I just made, that's going to be where my point A prime goes. A prime goes right there. Finally, we do the same set of steps with our last point, point B. So I'm going to draw a straight line. This time, let me do it in pencil so that I don't have so many blue lines going around. I'm going to draw that straight line from B to D. Oh, and I want to draw it a little bit past D so that I can make sure I'm lining up my protractor part right. Okay, I go on that line. I'm going to put my center right on D, line it up, find 120 degrees. So let me make sure that this is straight over here. Line it up. 120 degrees is right along this notch right here. All right. I'll draw my ray going from D to the notch that I just drew. Out as far as I can, maybe even a little bit further. That's my ray. And finally, we're just going to draw one more circle with center D, because that's my center of rotation, don't forget, and radius, well, the distance from B to D, because I'm doing point B. So I'm going to put my compass center over point D, make sure my slider lines up with B, get it right on top of there, like that. And I'm going to use my 2 pens one last time to draw out this circle. 1 pen on the center so it doesn't move, 1 pen on my point D, and then let's go. All right, I intersected with my ray, so that's as far as I need to go. That is where point B prime is going to be. Finally, I have created my triangle. Let's draw this in a different color ink. So, actually, let's draw it in red marker. I have A to C, A to B, and then B to C. And these are the steps that you take to go about rotating a triangle ABC, around a center of rotation D. I just took it and rotated it along there. I hope that helped. See you next time.